Game number 2 at Sheldon's Block Party, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions. We got maybe the game of the day, but we had a tough one to top in that first game between Laguna Creek and Rio Americana. But right now we got Del Oro against Sac High as we're about to tip things off, and the Dragons in the all-white with the purple trim win the opening tap as we get set for action here on this fantastic day. It is rainy outside, and we call that basketball weather, as these two teams and all of us have found refuge in this beautiful gym here at Sheldon. Dragons with this first possession of the game. A little sloppy here, passing the ball back and forth. Sir Marius Jones loses it. We'll give you the starters here in just a moment. Shabal Barksdale drives to the cup and lays it up and in. Nice move there from the junior Shabal Barksdale.
Quick turnover.
And a turnover
and a bucket for
and
Sac.
a bucket. That's Labradian Keyword with the hoop there. So 2 quick buckets for the Dragons. The Dragons are ready quicker than we are, clearly. So 4-0 early on. Starters for the Dragons are number 1, Shabal Barksdale. Number 2, Sir Marius Jones. Number 5, Kendall Hearn. Number 12, Labradian Keyword. And number 15, Demarion Taylor. For Del Oro, it's number 0, Brendan Hawkins, as Reed Breer misses that floater. That's a freshman, Brendan Hawkins. And then Kendall Hearn for the 3 in transition. That one's off the mark. Barksdale from the elbow. Oh, it's good. Boy, Barksdale's physical prowess is the first thing that stands out, but he is just a fantastic basketball player. So the rest of the starters for Del Oro, we mentioned Hawkins, Reed Breer, number 5, number 11, Alex Kime. Number 12, Caden Pinnock, who we're going to talk about at great lengths. At number 44, Jake Williams rounds out the starting 5 for the Golden Eagles. But what a start here alongside my broadcast partner, Mark Bakovich. I'm Matthew Bissett. Mark, what a start for the Dragons here out of the gates.
Yeah, great take to the bucket, then a little pull-up jumper, quick turnover, and 2 points. And maybe, look like 3 more there from here.
Hearn for 3 is off the mark, and here comes Caden Pinnock. Caden Pinnock, 3-sport athlete for Del Oro, finds Jake Williams in transition. Williams can't get it to go. Great rebound there from Kime. Hawkins for 3 is swatted by Taylor. Breer right back to the freshman Hawkins. Young man Hawkins, he's a poised freshman. But here's Pinnock, maybe the best basketball player in the section, as he misses the 3, but Jake Williams is there to clean it up. First bucket of the game for Del Oro. Williams having a fantastic senior season, 6'4", 220-pound senior. Had a big tournament at the Kendall Arnett tournament up at Placer High School in Auburn that Del Oro won. Pass was deflected. That's a turnover forced by this Golden Eagles defense. Here comes Pinnock. And Pinnock takes a bump, and he's going to be fouled by Keyword. So Pinnock won the Large School Player of the Year in the Sacramento Bee for football. Quarterback the Del Oro football team that made it all the way to the semifinals. And now in basketball, he's having a fantastic start to this year. Scored 41 points in the semifinals at the Kendall Arnett tournament, which tied a tournament record. A tournament that's been going on for 81 years, and he tied a tournament record with 41 points in a semifinal game. And then he came back the next night in the championship against the host, Placer Hillman, and scored 31. So 72 points in the last 2 games, leading the Golden Eagles to a victory there. And he is very much the catalyst for everything the Golden Eagles do. And, boy, these Golden Eagles, they look sharp early in the season. Del Oro almost handed Rockland their first loss a week ago as they took Rockland to overtime. Rockland needed 2 late threes by their quarterback, Reeve Sloan, to knock off the Golden Eagles.
I think Rockland still remains the only boys team in the section undefeated. Right?
Only boys team undefeated. Del Oro, actually, Pinnock just threw it off of player's back on the inbound and took his own inbound pass but couldn't finish. And that's going to be an over-the-back call. I think that's going to go on Keyword. It is on Keyword, so now that's 2 on Labradian Keyword. So the Sacramento Dragons defending Division III champions here in the Sac Joaquin section under new head coach Sidney Duplessis. His first year as the leader of the Dragons. And they got these 3 returning starters, and Sir Marius Jones, Shabal Barksdale, and Kendall Hearn. Hearn is a two-sport guy, fantastic football player as well for the Dragons. Made it all the way to the section quarterfinals. And do you know who they lost to in the section quarterfinals, Mark?
That's my Escalon Cougars.
As you have an Escalon polo on here.
Yeah.
On the block, here's the youngster. Luke Gaylor is going to get called for the walk. Gaylor's another dual sport guy for the Golden Eagles. Offense is a little slow out of the gates here. That's pretty typical in these early morning games. They're not used to playing at 10:30 a.m. Here's a three on the way. That one's off the mark. That was Eshawn Wallace. And now here comes Pinnock. Nobody picks up Pinnock. He'll pull from three. Can't get it to go. Hearn rebounds. Hearn wants to push himself, and Pinnock comes up with a steal. Now here comes Pinnock right back, and Shabol Barksdale with those long arms just swiped it out from behind. And that probably prevented a bucket, because once Pinnock gets downhill in the open floor like that, there's not much stopping him. So Coach Broyles, for Jeff Broyles, going into his bench here early in this game. They played a tough one against Whitney last night, won 63-61. Caden Pinnock hit the game winner. So you got to think there might be some tired legs out there. Nice Pinnock move. Not showing it, though, as he bullies his way to the hoop and gets his first bucket of the game. Pinnock on the year averaging 21 points a game, and that's going to be a near turnover, but it was deflected by a member of the Golden Eagles, so it'll stay Dragons ball.
Couple different looks out of him here. Oh, nice pass.
Oh, can't get the shot to fall. It was a nice inbound pass, but Demarion Taylor couldn't find the range.
A couple different looks from Del Oro on the defensive side of the ball, making Sac, pull it out, think about what they're going to run.
Here's Jake Williams. And now Pinnock. Looking like they want to maybe get the ball down to the sophomore in the post. Gaylor's down there. They get it to him. Gaylor goes up, and he can't finish. And there's a deflection by Cole Kelly, who just checked into the game moments ago for the first time. So we've already seen, 3 or 4 different guys come off the bench for Coach Broyles. Only one off the bench to this point for the Dragons, and that was due to some foul trouble. Sermarius Jones, little turnaround jump shot, rolls around and out. Here come the Golden Eagles on the break. Carter Erickson flips this one back and somehow finds its way into the hands of Caden Pinnock. Pinnock, mid-range jumper's good, over the top of Shabol Barksdale. It's one of those things in basketball. Learning how to slow down and just kind of pick your spots is so key in this game, and Pinnock just did it nicely there. And that's going to be a turnover on Hearn as he rifled that pass just a little low. As Jalen Vado will check in for the first time.
Right idea there. He had him.
Hearn thought his arm or the ball got hit. I couldn't tell what he was saying to the official, but a turnover nonetheless. As here's Carter Erickson with it. Long two, it's good. They only say that's the worst shot in basketball if it doesn't go in. But it went in for Carter Erickson there, and it's an 8-0 run for Del Oro. So the Dragons started out 6-0. Now Del Oro up 8-6. Here's Barksdale from the corner for three, no good. Eshawn Wallace, smallest player on the floor, grabbing a rebound. And then Taylor knocks down a three. Boy, Taylor will get the bucket, but the play was made by Eshawn Wallace. Love the hustle there, the guards rebounding, and that can be such a huge thing in the game of basketball. You need all 5 guys to rebound. It's a little cliche to say it, but right there you see the value. Eshawn Wallace just being around the basketball.
Finding the right guy after the rebound.
I swear, I think the three-point percentage for all teams on offensive rebounds and refires, it's got to be like 80%. They always seem to drop Erickson out to Reed Breer, and Breer's going to get called for the walk. Dragons got some energy on defense early on. Actually, both teams do. It's been a fantastic defensive first quarter here. There's Jones, down low to Taylor. Taylor attacks, and Taylor finds the space to put that one up and in, right between a couple of Eagle defenders. Love the feed from Sermarius Jones, and Demarion Taylor with a quick 5 points. It's going to be a double dribble on the freshman, Hawkins. You know, I think Gaylor kind of flashed open to his right, and he was going to pass out to the wing, but then he second-guessed himself just for a moment there, but boy, we've seen this young man. He is a very poised freshman. Saw him at the Kendall Arnett tournament for Del Oro, and he is a fantastic basketball player. Sermarius Jones from three. Jones can't find the range early. He averages 21 a game as well. Eshawn Wallace now from three. Off the mark, and Hawkins grabs the rebound. So now Hawkins running the point with Pinnock on the bench. 3-point lead for the Dragons. There's Gaylor. Down low to Williams. Back to Gaylor. The two big guys going to work. That shot is off the mark. Rebound is tapped out. That's Mason Soraka controls. Williams for three. Can't find the range, and here come the Dragons. Sermarius Jones up ahead to Wallace. And Wallace going to be out of bounds on the baseline. A little discombobulated on the break there for the Dragons. In 2 games at the Kendall Arnett tournament, I don't think I saw Caden Pinnock come off the floor, but early in this one, Pinnock getting a break, and you got to think that's, with having a game last night and then a 10:30 tip today, got to save his legs a little bit here.
Yeah, what'd you say? Combined 70 points, and he's put his work in.
Yeah. He hit a game winner last night against Whitney. You don't know exactly how many points he had, but here's Hawkins looking to get it down in the post. 6 seconds to shoot. They get the ball down to Williams, who lays it up, misses the first one, then puts it back. A little stat patter there for Jake Williams. 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Taylor from the corner, off the mark. Barksdale's putback would not have counted. Low-scoring first quarter, 1-point lead for the Dragons as we head to quarter number 2 in game number 2 here at Sheldon's Block Party in South Sacramento. Second quarter about to begin here. Once again, alongside my broadcast partner, Mark Bakovich, I'm Matthew Bissett. Thank you for joining us here. If you joined us for the first game, thank you for that. If you joined us for both, thank you for that. If you joined us for only one, I don't know what you were doing sleeping in.
It's Saturday, and it's raining outside. Come on.
Pinnock back in the game, and that's that veteran coaching move. You get him a break at the end of the first quarter, so he gets the extended break with the time between periods. Jake Williams with the floater. Little flop there by DeMarion Taylor. You got to appreciate the effort, but Williams has 6 points to lead the way for the Golden Eagles. Dragons they look unsure of themselves on offense here, but now they find Kendall Hearn, who goes right at the defense. Gaylor, a great contest, but there's no contest for the putback. Kendall Hearn, as special of an athlete as you're going to see, he's got his first bucket of the game.
I could be wrong here, but I think we may have saw a little box and one action. I think that might have caused the confusion. They're going full deny on number 2 in a little box zone.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what that was, but
I think that's what it was.
It worked well for a while. Eshawn Wallace with the quick trigger on the break. That's a good-looking stroke there from Wallace. Back-to-back buckets, and the Dragons on top by 4. That's going to be a kick ball on Barksdale. That is a heck of a kick ball there on Barksdale. As he launched this one at some Pleasant Valley players waiting to start their game next. Caden Pinnock from 3. That one's short. Wallace with the rebound. Here come the Dragons. Taylor is rejected. Jake Williams. Wow, the transition defense there as the senior sends that shot. Well, he almost put that through the door. Barksdale, corner 3, and he knocks it down. That's going to be a 2, maybe? No, they called 3. How about the big guy? 7 points for Barksdale. That 3. He leads the way in scoring here. And now a big save there from Barksdale. They want to get the ball out of Sir Marius Jones' hands. He's the leading scorer for the Dragons. Has yet to score in this game, though. And he is a guy who really just came around as the season progressed last year. Sir Marius Jones, he was a sophomore, helped lead the Dragons to that section championship along with Hearn and Barksdale. And Mike Wilson, who's now at Sacramento State. But Sir Marius Jones, his game just blossomed over the course of the year last year, and now he's having an even bigger junior year. And look at all the attention paid to him. Taylor gets loose, and Jake Williams has the block but the foul. But, you know, 2 guys, that looked like a, play that you would see the Warriors run where 2 guys go with Steph Curry off a screen, and then you got another guy getting open on a backdoor feed, and Taylor got right to the hoop. Good help by Williams, but he commits the foul.
Exactly. Del Oro's got those rim protectors down there.
There's some size out there for both teams. DeMarion Taylor misses the first free throw. Actually misses both there. Empty trip to the foul line. 5:45 to go in this first half. Here's Gaylor. Looking down low for Williams. Williams and Barksdale. That's a battle that for the ages down there. Here's Pinnock. Surveys. Now he'll pull it back out. Now Pinnock's going to step into a 3 off the mark in the early hours. Hawkins with the rebound and try to get it off the leg of Taylor, but it's kept in bounds by the Dragons.
Nice pass.
And now Pinnock comes up with a steal. Here comes Caden Pinnock into the front court. The floater by Pinnock is good. He is so tough in the open floor. Sir Marius Jones, baseline floating, hanging jump shot is off the mark. Williams with another rebound. Pinnock has it knocked out from behind. It'll stay Del Oro basketball, though. Eshawn Wallace with the quick hands from behind there. Pinnock beat him, but he was able to poke it out from behind as the freshman Hawkins will take a breather. As will DeMarion Taylor. Keyword and Kime check back in. Keyword playing with the 2 fouls. Williams going to try from deep. Oh, that just missed, in and out. Here's Sir Marius Jones. Eshawn Wallace, mid-range jumper's good. Wallace has that quick release. We saw it from 3 and that time from 2. I love the game Sirmarius Jones is playing right now. He's really letting the game come to him, not forcing anything, even though he's the leading scorer for the Dragons. Nice little pass there on that last possession. Gaylor goes right down the lane. Can't get the finish, though. And Keyword with the rebound. Here's the lob on the break. And Barksdale hammers it home. And they're going to call a technical foul on Barksdale. But that won't erase the highlight. The feed from Sirmarius Jones
that was
and Barksdale.
Just nasty. I don't have another word. Nasty.
Oh my goodness. And so now Caden Pinnock will be at the line shooting the technical free throws. Holy cow. Well, if people weren't awake yet, they're awake now after that dunk. Oh my goodness. Pinnock misses the first free throw, I should say. Oh, there's still a murmur in the crowd about what we just saw.
Yeah, I think Sac High's coach here is still trying to figure out what this tech is for.
I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, we saw these refs have a quick whistle in the first game. If you didn't watch the first game, these two had a little bit of quick whistle. He did kind of stare down one of the Del Oro players after the dunk, but that's a let that thing go, right? I mean, like, you want these kids to not show any emotion at all.
Yeah. Hey.
He didn't chirp at him.
I have no idea what that would ever feel like, but if I did.
You're going to have to eject me if I ever do something like what Barksdale just did. Kime with the backdoor feed from Pinnock. Kime gets his first bucket of the contest. But, you know, part of basketball is the trash talk part of it. Eshawn Wallace from three. Do not leave him open. That is an order. Gaylor from downtown rattles it home. Oh, the offense picking up here. Boy, all it took was that Barksdale dunk. And now both offenses hitting from deep. Keyword somehow saved that pass from going out of bounds. Kendall Hearn from three. Got it.
Sac High really coming alive now.
Oh, my goodness. One dunk, and there is just life in this gym here. Pinnock out to Kime. His three is off the mark. Here's Eshawn Wallace with the drive. Wallace lost it, regained, and laid it up and in. Timeout on the floor. 31-20, 3:05 to play here in the second quarter. We'll be right back. 30-second timeout, but we'll step away right here on the NFHS Network. A little question of what the score is here. It's 31-19 according to the scoreboard in the gym, but I have it as 31-20. We'll keep an eye on that, maybe get it sorted out at the half. But the offenses have exploded here of late. Nice little post move there by Jake Williams, and then the block by Keyword. That's a big-time block shot, especially for a guy playing with two fouls. Kern is open. Hearn will fire from three, no good. And here comes Caden Pinnock. Pinnock, a little hesitation, can't get it to fall. Williams with the little baby hook, and he gets it to go. Williams having a big first half. He's got 8. Hearn drives, is stripped by Kelly but fouled. And that pass was deflected out by a Golden Eagle. 2:12 to go in this first half. It's a 9-point, well, shows 10 in the gym, but we got a 9-point lead for Sac High. We'll try to sort that out here at the half. Eshawn Wallace with the drive. He lays it up and in. Boy, Eshawn Wallace, it's amazing. You get those outside shots to fall, and then all of a sudden you can attack going to the hoop. Wallace in double figures in the game. Pinnock, mid-range pull-up, no good. Keyword taps the rebound out, but it's controlled by Carter Erickson. Pinnock will pull from deep. That one's short. Long outlet pass by Barksdale. Here's Wallace. Great transition defense by Pinnock as he forces the miss there. Kelly drives on the baseline. He's going to get called, or the foul will be called. That's going to be on Keyword. So now it's number 3 on Keyword, and Demarion Taylor will check back in. Eshawn Wallace coming out as well. So Rajon Bland into the game. And Shane Smith will check into the game for the first time for Del Oro. Here's Breer. Yeah, pass a little too high and hot to somebody just coming in off the bench there, and goes right through the hands of Smith. I think Breer knows he's got to be a little better with that pass there and keep it down. You wonder with Pinnock and Hawkins out of the game, is it going to be Shane Smith running the point here for the Golden Eagles? Jones attacks, and he is fouled. That's foul number 4 of this quarter on Del Oro. So no more fouls to give. 58 seconds to play in the frame. It's been an explosive second quarter, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
It started with that Barksdale dunk, and then the 3-ball started raining.
Nice.
Oh, Sir Marius Jones. And that is just pretty offense there by Sir Marius Jones. Remarkably, his first bucket of the game. Maybe about 3 ball fakes before knocking down the short jump shot.
The Hezzy 3 ball fakes. So.
And now the steal by Jones. I don't think Kelly thought he could get up like that. Here's Hearn on the baseline, and Hearn will lay it up and in. Another assist from Samarius Jones. Hearn's up to 7 in the game. Here's Kelly with it. Lobs it in, and Taylor can't quite save it. Taylor's smiling. What an effort there from Demarion Taylor. Now 14 seconds to go in this first half. Look, shot clock is turned off. They'll get it into Kelly. Shane Smith drives, kicks in the corner. Here's Kelly now. Kelly with the left off the glass. That's a strong finish for Kelly as the horn sounds to end the first half. So at least something positive for the Golden Eagles going into the half, but it's 37, maybe 24, maybe 23 going into halftime here from Sheldon's Block Party. We'll get the score sorted out at the half. We'll be back on the NFHS Network, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions for half number 2. Back for the second half here in game 2 of 9. We're just getting started here at Sheldon's Block Party at Sheldon High School here in South Sacramento. Alongside my broadcast partner, Mark Bakovich, I'm Matthew Bissett. We got McClymonds and Pleasant Valley up next. And so that's going to be our first game of 2 teams from outside of the Sac Joaquin section. That's going to be a fun one up next. Anytime you get teams that are kind of unfamiliar with one another. But right now it's a 14-point lead for the Dragons at the half as we get started or get set for the third quarter. We did have the score wrong. It was a 2-pointer by Luke Gaylor in that first half. I had it as a 3. I didn't see the official signal. So it is a 14-point lead for the Dragons. And the Dragons, Mark, really clicking on all cylinders in that first half, offensively, especially in the second quarter. Remember, this was an 11-10 game after 1. So a 26-point second quarter for the Dragons.
Yeah, that dunk just set it off just like a box of dynamite, and then they just kept the ball, kept it rolling.
Oh, the drive by Hearn and the touch. Kendall Hearn with a bucket to start the second half. Now here's Caden Pinnock. He's yet to really get the offense going. I mean, I say that, but he has 7 points in the first half, which a lot of other players would be happy with. But watching him a couple times, you know he's certainly capable of more. A near turnover, but then Pinnock gets it back. Here's Reed Breer for 3. That's way off the mark. Hearn lost it, but then it's regained. Now here comes Barksdale. And Barksdale can't get the dunk to go, but Keyword tracks down the rebound. Demarion Taylor is rejected. Alex Kime with the defense at the hoop. Here's Hawkins to Williams. Now Pinnock will try one from deep. And this one's too strong. Nice battle there on the board by Brendan Hawkins. Keeps the possession alive for the Golden Eagles. Love to see it. We talked about it in the first half with Eshawn Wallace grabbing an offensive rebound. Guards rebounding the basketball, especially on offense. Just love that effort. Hawkins with the mid-range pull-up from the elbow. Boy, that was great defense, but just better offense as Hawkins gets his first bucket of the game. Hearn steps back in the corner. Good defense by Breer. Barksdale with the free throw line jumper. Boy, that's just with the dunk that we saw, what he's capable of physically, and then knocking down free throws like that, it's insane. Pinnock can't get the lay-in to fall. It would have been a tough lay-in if he got it to go. Here's Samarius Jones on the break, the lob to Taylor, who puts it in off the glass. The Dragons go end-to-end in a flash, and they're now up 18. Here's a kick ball by Barksdale. Reset the shot clock. Possession will remain with the Golden Eagles. Just over 6 minutes to play here in this third quarter.
I've seen Sac High a handful of times in my life here, and I think there's one thing that's just typical, and you could count on, is 5 Dragons flying all over the court on the defensive end of the ball. It's just fun.
Sometimes seems like there's more than 5 out there with the way they move.
Suffocating almost, right?
It's going to be a foul, I think, on Demarion Taylor as Reed Breer will go to the line. First free throw is off the mark. Second free throw by Breer is good. Del Oro's got to try to keep this close. They got to start making some chipping away at this lead, I should say, because the Dragons look on the verge of pulling away. Here's the drive by Keyword. He has it knocked out of bounds. No, he just lost it, they say. I thought that was knocked out of bounds by a defender, but they say Keyword just lost it. So turnover back to Dio. Here's Hawkins from 3. Can't get that one to go. Keyword rebounds. Taylor's 3 is off the mark. And here comes Pinnock. Out to Kime. Kime for 3. Good close out there by Taylor. Hearn with the rebound up ahead to Sir Jones, and Jones will flush it with two hands. And here's another turnover. Hearn with the steal, lobs it to Jones. Oh, he tries to go back to Hearn. Hearn was ready to celebrate the dunk, but the pass is off the mark. So both these teams did play last night, but they had very different games. As Hearn tries a corner three, this one hits the side of the backboard and is off the mark. The Dragons won their game by 25 over Del Campo. As Panic goes on the drive, he's rejected by Hearn. Now here comes Jones. Sir Jones glides to the cup and lays it up and in. But the Dragons won by 25, and Del Oro was in a dogfight against Whitney, and they pulled that one out by 2. On the break, keyword, can't find Barksdale. It's a 21-point lead still for Sacramento. So maybe some tired legs for Del Oro. I don't think they would allow for any excuses to be made for them, but certainly it's a part of the story here today. It's always tough to bounce back the next day after a game. Both these teams playing last night, but I'd imagine those minutes were a little more taxing in the Del Oro 2-point victory.
You know, there's something to be said, too, coming off an emotional ball game. Win or lose, you know, it's taxing.
But, boy, these Dragons look good. Here's a three in transition by Bland, no good. Rebound tapped around, Barksdale controls. Here's Barksdale from the free throw line, good.
Nice shot.
He has been automatic from the mid-range, and I don't know what you do with him if he's going to knock down that shot consistently. Pinnock with the drive. Fantastic finish there by Caden Pinnock. And Sir Jones going to pull from deep from the volleyball line. He knocks it down. We saw him do that at Golden One a couple times in last year's section championship game. Jones with the floater in the lane, no good. Barksdale nearly tapped it home. The whistles have slowed down here, which I think is great for everybody involved.
Yeah, you got Sac leaking out here, too, turning into Showtime Sacramento.
Well, if you can get stops with 4 guys back on defense, why not? I mean, the lead has blossomed to 24. It was a 14-point lead at the half. Here's Hawkins for 3, and the freshman knocks down a triple. He's got 5 points in this quarter. Bland now from 3. That one rattles in and out. Hawkins comes back to grab the rebound. He wants to push it. So with Pinnock out, a chance for Hawkins to really run this point. Pull-up 2 is off the mark. Outlet pass. Oh, nearly picked off by Erickson, but Hearn controls. Sir Jones, and that one's off the mark. Del Oro set up their offense. Here's Gaylor. Out in the corner. Kelly can't control it cleanly. There's Gaylor in the post. Gaylor going right at Sir Jones. Nice little baby hook off the window there for Luke Gaylor. He's got 4 points in the game. We thought he had a 3 in that first half, but it was called a 2 by the officials. And to close out a little quicker on Eshawn Wallace this half, but it doesn't matter. Eshawn Wallace calling Vinnie Johnson the microwave off the bench, getting buckets. Wallace had 12 in the first half. That's his first bucket of this second half. Sac High back up 21. Erickson out to Kelly. Kelly on the baseline. Oh, nice touch on that jump shot there by Cole Kelly. He has 4 points in the game. His other bucket came right at the end of the first half at the horn. And that's going to be a walk on Wallace. Ryder Bowling checks in for the first time for Del Oro. One minute to play here in the third quarter. Hawkins misses short. And the rebound, Karam's out of bounds, going to be off of the Dragons. Love to see the freshman out there leading this bench unit. Mark, he's you can just tell there is a high ceiling for that young man.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, might get a backcourt there with foot on the half-court line.
Yeah, it's going to be an over and back. I thought his foot was on the line when he caught the ball, though, which is legal.
I thought so, yeah. You know, I feel like that's like the most improperly called is that 3 points rule, right? You know, it's both feet and the ball. All 3 points can cross over at will, and all three.
And they're going to correct it. I mean, so Sac High won't like this, right? But, you know, I mean, the bottom line is, did they get the call right? And there could be some debate over it, but I believe they got the call right there.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow, that ball hit about 5 different sets of hands, and then Hearn ends up with it. Hearn, relentless, attacking the hoop, and Barksdale tries to throw it down. Wallace from 3, no good. Great block out there by Carter Erickson. And now Gaylor pressured. He's going to lose in the backcourt. Eshawn Wallace and company providing the pressure for the Dragons. Shot clock turned off now. 27.8 to play in this third quarter. Dragons can hold for the last shot of this third quarter. Kendall Hearn defended by Cole Kelly. Kelly pokes it out from behind, but it goes right to Sermarius Jones. He can't control. Players hitting the deck here. And that's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Del Oro. So that might be inconsequential. Actually, might not be a good thing for DO, as now they won't get the ball to start the fourth quarter, but a chance for a bucket here with 5.3 to play in the third. Here's Hawkins. 3 seconds. 2. Hawkins going to pull from deep. Hawkins with a skyscraping teardrop at the horn. What a shot there from the youngster. Maybe some momentum going into the fourth quarter here for the Golden Eagles. 54-38 at the end of 3. We'll be back for the fourth quarter here on the NFHS Network, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions. Back for the fourth quarter. That shot by Hawkins to end the third was a remarkable shot. Looked like that almost scraped the roof here, or the ceiling, I should say. There's Sermarius Jones in the post, and Jones with a strong move I don't know if you called it a dunk or a lay-in, but either way it counts as a deuce. His offensive game is so versatile. There's a block by Demarion Taylor. And now Hearn out to Jones. Jones goes up, can't finish. Well, these refs have effectively swallowed their whistles in this one.
Yeah, they're just letting them play now. That's where you got to be careful, though, you know.
Yeah, they got to make sure they don't, because you know then the frustration starts to build.
Yeah,
you can't just completely swallow it, you know.
Absolutely.
That was a nice looking move in the post there. That's a youngster, Luke Gaylor, the sophomore. Nice footwork, a righty finish off the glass. There's Demarion Taylor, and just no resistance from the defense there as Taylor glides to the rim, maybe his easiest bucket of the season, at least in the half court. Gaylor looking to go to work out in the corner. Here's Cole Kelly for three. That's off the mark. Gaylor with the rebound. Gaylor, what a crafty finish there with the right hand on the left side. And now here's Samarius Jones right back. Gaylor with the block, but he's called for the foul.
That was a close one.
That was a clean. Close one. That is an interesting one to stop swallowing the whistle there because there was a lot of ball certainly on that block.
But hey, back to what we were just talking about. There's some chatting going on that court right now, so maybe a perfect time for one to calm it down a little.
Yeah, you wonder one of these coaches maybe take a timeout here a little bit, make sure that both teams just kind of. You know, it's Saturday morning here, right? We can't be too competitive out here, can we? I say we as if I'm playing. Here's Pinnock, who just checked back in. Pinnock spins in the lane. He lays it up and is fouled. Nice strong move by Caden Pinnock. Well below his season average with 9 points so far. He averages 21. But he can score quickly. It'll be interesting to see if maybe this potential three-point play can get him going.
Throughout the game, you know, he's had his looks, just not falling the way maybe he's used to, but he sure can get to the hoop fast.
There's Hearn over to Barksdale. Wallace, nice defense there by Hawkins. Gaylor hitting the deck for it. Now Taylor can't handle. Here comes Caden Pinnock. Caden Pinnock goes right at Samarius Jones. Pinnock finishes and the foul again. Don't look now, but it's a 13-point game. There's still 5:39 to play. You know, it almost looked like, you know, the Golden Eagles, after playing last night, this is not a league game. It almost looked like, okay, are they going to just send out their bench unit and just kind of like see what their bench can do here? And then it's like that three from Brendan Hawkins to end the third quarter has just changed their perspective on this game.
Absolutely. You know, Sac may be looking for some highlights here later in the game. Allowed them maybe, are they going to sneak in?
Barksdale on the baseline. The touch there. He didn't even have use the window and just the touch, that ball. He is, I mean, this kid is just a remarkable young player. Obviously, the first thing you notice about him is his shoulders, right? The shoulders are about the width of the key. But the skill is getting there, and he was such a big part of that junior year, or in his sophomore year, he was such a big part of that championship run. Now as a junior.
And not only the ability to finish at the rim, it's just that mid-range game of his, just such good touch around the hoop.
Pinnock is in attack mode. He's going to be called for the foul. So Pinnock is, you know, I mean, right there on that possession, he's forcing the refs to make a call here.
Yeah, hey, if it's not going from the outside, then, hey, if you could get to the hoop,
get
take
inside, force the action. Luke Gaylor came off just a moment ago to a fantastic ovation from the Del Oro crowd, as does Cole Kelly now. Both of them playing some nice minutes for Coach Broyles and the Golden Eagles. Sirocco with it. Out to Kime. There's Hawkins, mid-range
Nice
pull-up
look.
again. Oh, this kid. Oh, it is going to be scary to see what he looks like in a couple of years because you can just see it with Brendan Hawkins.
And he's been the spark plug here for these guys.
7 points, all of them in the second half. Wallace with the drive. Wallace goes up, can't get it to go. Here come the Golden Eagles. Pinnock lobs it to Williams, who finishes. How about that soft touch from a big fella? And the vision from Caden Pinnock. Kendall Hearn from the elbow, good. Boy, you want to protect the basket against the Dragons, but when they're knocking down these shots, there's just nothing you can do defensively. And that's a big block shot there from number 22, and I don't even have a 22 on my roster. I don't know who that is for the Dragons, but that was a nice defensive play. There's Williams on the inbound. Williams goes up. Good defense by Barksdale. Kime keeps the play alive. And a timeout, Del Oro. I think they called it before Kime fell down. They were worried about a travel or out of bounds. So a timeout, Golden Eagles, 64-50, 4:21 to play in this contest. We'll be back here on the NFHS Network. Del Oro basketball as they get it in bounds, and that's going to be a foul. They were holding Caden Pinnock after the inbound. I wish I knew the name of 22 there, but we'll try to figure out his name at some point. Inbound pass knocked away by Barksdale, and then it goes off of Barksdale, they say. Well, it looked like Williams might have touched that one. Here's a three from Williams. That's off the mark. Pinnock with the offensive rebound. His putback is no good. Rebound by 22. Pinnock wins it back, and then he goes up and is fouled. So now Pinnock at the line for 2 free throws. And I'll tell you one thing. This young man wearing number 12 for the Golden Eagles. He won't go away until his coach absolutely won't let him back out on the floor until the final horn. First free throw from Pinnock. He rattles it home. He had missed the last 2, so it's nice to see for the Golden Eagles. Knocked that one down. Pinnock knocks the second one down. So a 12-point game. Pinnock is up to 13 in the contest. We are halfway through this fourth quarter. Still within striking distance for the Golden Eagles, but they need stops. Hearn with the drive and the finger roll. That's just a pretty bucket there from Kendall Hearn. He's got 6 in the second half. And here's Caden Pinnock right back. Golden Eagles not going away. I'll tell you, buckets like that last one by the Dragons where they use some clock and then Hearn finishes it with a lay-in, those hurt if you're Del Oro. And there's a swipe by Jake Williams. He knocked it out. I think it went off his own foot. And out of bounds, 3:23 to go in the game. Still a 12-point lead. Jones in the paint. Jones fades and fires, no good. Williams gets the rebound. Here comes Hawkins. A little fake handoff there to Pinnock. Now Williams in the post. Williams with a little step back, fadeaway. And that's a bucket for him. It's a 10-point lead. Don't go anywhere. The Golden Eagles fighting their way back. This lead was 24 at one point. It was a 52-28, I believe, was that score. Oh, near steal there, but Hearn still has possession. And here's the drive. Oh, and Keyword tried to throw that down, but he can't get it to go. Here comes Pinnock. Out in the corner, Hawkins from three. No good. Kime with the rebound. Out to Pinnock. Three on the way. Good!
Wonderful.
It's a 7-point lead. Timeout Dragons. 2:18 to go in the game. So there's still 2:18 to play here. And this is game 2 of 9 here at Sheldon's Block Party. It was a 24-point deficit at one point for Del Oro. Now all of a sudden, the lead is down to 7. As the Dragons are trying to work some clock and their offense has gone cold. Here's Barksdale, and that is not cold. What a great set coming out of the timeout by Coach Duplessis and the Dragons. They get a dunk for Shabol Barksdale. Barksdale's up to 18 points in the game. Pinnock has it knocked away, but he is fouled.
It's a heads-up play by Pinnock there, just letting the ball fall, wait for the Sakai to touch it, and then picking it.
Then win it right back.
Yeah.
Some things you just you're never going to practice that. It's just the awareness, the game for some guys it moves slower for them, and we've got a couple of those type of guys out there on the floor right now.
Yeah.
As Pinnock knocks down the first free throw. Pinnock is up to 19 points in the game. He's got 12 of those here in this fourth quarter. Make it 13, and he's got 20 in the game. 7 in the first half, none in the third quarter for Pinnock. And now 13 in the fourth.
And you called that one, partner. You said, hey, he could score fast. Doesn't take long.
You don't score 41 in a game by mistake. "12 seconds to shoot here for the Dragons. Cross-court pass. Keyword. Able to save it. Boy, that athleticism is just remarkable. 3 to shoot. Hearn from 3. Good! And that is a picture-perfect possession as far as the result for the Dragons. The way they got there, maybe not picturesque, but use every bit of the shot clock, and it ends up in a Kendall Hearn triple. Hearn up to 16 points in the game, 9 of those here in the second half. As Pinnock will check out. You think his day might be done. That Hearn 3 might have been the dagger, if you will. It's a near steal there by Ryder Bowling, but he's going to get called for the foul. That is just the third foul on Del Oro, so they still have one more foul to give. They're going to be really aggressive here going for the steal. And now that'll be the fourth foul, so Del Oro certainly looks like they're going to make the Dragons close them out with some free throws. And they're doubling Sirmarius Jones, but he still gets open, and that's going to be a foul on Bowling. That's remarkable. They picked up 3 fouls in 4 seconds there. I don't know if that's a friendly clock operator or if that's the best job of taking fouls I've ever seen by the Golden Eagles. And Sirmarius Jones knocks down the free throw. Jones only had 2 points in the first half. Here in this second half, he's got 11.
Got starters back out on the court for Del Oro here. Maybe give him a quick breather, discuss a little final minute game plan.
Coach Broyles, I think, is torn. Do I want to mail this in, or are we competing here? What are we doing? Williams from the baseline, good. And a timeout on the floor. Nice stroke there from Jake Williams. He's up to 14 points in the game. 54 seconds to go in the contest. A full timeout, but what the heck, we'll stay right here with you on the NFHS Network. So again, we got 9 of these here for you today. This is just game 2. The next matchup is McClymonds against Pleasant Valley. And then after that, Cosumnes Oaks against Edison, Wood Creek against Lincoln of Stockton, Jesuit against Liberty. Liberty is from Brentwood. And then Clovis West against Redwood, Sheldon against St. Patrick, St. Vincent, and then the closer, the nightcap, Capital Christian against Clayton Valley. Two matchups on the day that don't feature a Sac Joaquin section team. One of them is next, and then later we have the Clovis West Redwood game. There's Hearn, and he is fouled. So now Kendall Hearn will go to the line, averaging right around 19 points a game on the year. This trio of returning starters, though, Sirmarius Jones, Shabol Barksdale, and Kendall Hearn, pretty tough to find trio. A better 1 through 3 on any lineup. And they got that championship experience last year, winning the section championship over Vanden at Golden 1. And Kendall Hearn maybe leaves the door ajar just a bit, missing both free throws. Here's Williams. He's going to pull from 3. No good. Taylor keyword rebounds. It gets over to Taylor. And now Hearn will get fouled. This will put Hearn right back at the line. As Pleasant Valley awaits on the baseline. McClymonds is here. Haven't seen him in the gym in a bit here. First free throw from Hearn is up and good. Second one off the mark. Here come the Golden Eagles. Carter Erickson from 3, and he knocks that one down. It's an 8-point game. Del Oro is not going to go away quietly. That's Carter Erickson's second bucket of this game. Still 29 seconds to play. And Del Oro's going to see it through to the very end. We'll step away here for a moment. 29.6 to go in the game. We'll be right back on the NFHS Network. Get it into Sir Jones, and he is fouled. So now Jones will head the other end, and this is not the guy I'd want to foul if I were Del Oro.
Definitely in one of those situations where time is very valuable.
And just I say that again, every time I talk a guy up, he misses a free throw, and so Sir Jones missed the first free throw. And now some substitutions here for Coach Broyles. He's trying to keep his offensive players fresh. You usually see offensive and defensive substitutions for one guy. Broyles is doing it for like four guys.
Yeah, line changes.
Both free throws missed by Sir Jones, and he also gets called for a lane violation. So it's an 8-point game, 28 seconds to go. How quick can the Golden Eagles score here? Oh, here's a steal by DeMarion Taylor. Taylor the other way, and Taylor is blocked but fouled. This will send DeMarion Taylor to the line. That's a big steal there. That is such good defense. You wait till Caden Pinnock has his back turned, and then you just get after it. He picks his pocket clean, and now Taylor at the foul line. Knocks down the first free throw. Taylor knocks them both down, having a nice game. He's up to 11 points. There's Carter Erickson. Over to Hawkins. Hawkins will rise up, get it. Williams in the corner. His three is no good. Pinnock rebounds. Goes back up and finishes. So add a 2 for Pinnock, but the horn sounds to end this one. The Dragons came out, took control in that second quarter, and despite the best efforts of Del Oro, they come away with an 8-point victory. Hard-fought game, but again, that big second quarter for Sacramento was enough to ride this one all the way home, huh, Mark?
Oh, yeah, great ball game. Del Oro almost fought their way back into this thing, and I still can't take my mind off that alley-oop we saw. It might be one of the top dunks I've ever seen in high school sports.
We're gonna have
that
to
was just electric.
Go cut that highlight later, but fun, hard-fought contest. And now we get 2 teams from out of the area, McClymonds and Pleasant Valley next here. Make sure you come back and join us for that one. For my broadcast partner, Mark Bakovich, I'm Matthew Bissett. We'll see you next time here on the NFHS Network, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions.